What's good, YouTube? It's your man, Amir Reviews here. We back with another video, man. We back another banger. We back to open the mind. Y'all already know what time. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We got Trinity back in the building. You feel me? Yeah, we're doing a reaction video again. I told y'all we doing more reactions, so we got another reaction video. It's a pretty good video, and you know, I think having a woman react to this with me is a good telltale sign. Before we get into this disclaimer, I don't tell her what to say. She has her own mind, okay? So any of the cancel culture out there in my comments, do wherever I post this, don't say that I forced her to say the PR good answers, you know, the man answers. No, this is nothing. All right? Agree? You can introduce yourself to the new people that's never seen videos on my channel.
Find me, and I made a new friend.
Find me.
First video I was in.
That's Facts 2024, and then she was in 2 of my podcast videos. So she's been in 3 videos so far. Well, 4 now. So yeah, man. Without further ado, we gonna get into it.
Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Title of the video is I'm gonna show you when men miss the joke. This is the channel. By the way, before we get into this video, whether I agree or not, don't send any hate towards this content creator or anything like that. We don't do that around here. We just give opinions and we tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's her story, his story, and the truth. So that's it. But yeah, I might troll a little bit, you know, might call her a bird. But don't send any hate. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get into it, man. I'm yelling.
All right, let's get into it, man.
Because I'm far away from the mic, so I want to make sure. This is a good quality mic. I'm not gonna lie, I got a HP mic or something.
I thought it's what it said right here.
No, that's a Fiend mic.
No, it says HP.
No, that clearly says Fiend. Yeah, she's trying to troll. She's trying to clip for him.
If you're a girl, yeah, and you're bouncing your years for the whole of TikTok to see, calling yourself a young, don't be getting mad when a man calls you outside your name. You're degrading yourself.
This is the same rhetoric used for victim blaming, and this is how men showed their misogyny in a warped sense of morality. There's always going to be a man sat on his high horse talking down to women based on patriarchal ideals of what a good woman should be. The biggest issue here is actually you, because you're sexualizing these women. Men see breasts and they don't know what to do with it.
Young hoes cook everything on high. Oh, brother. Years?
Bouncing your years.
Years, brother? That's how you're describing breasts? That alone says a lot. And this is what happens when the trend leaves the target audience. Yet again, as per usual, men are entering our conversations. The joke is not funny anymore. Unfortunately, some men have ruined the conversation. So I thought, what better time for yet again another Tea with Tima. Hi y'all, welcome back to Boss Girlified.
All right, I do want to say one thing. Oh, my bad, y'all. I do want to say one thing. You can't get mad at people, men or women, sexualizing you if that's what you're doing. All right? If I got on the internet and I started twerking and, you know, doing shirtless videos and like I'm super sweaty or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Doing thirst traps while I'm doing these videos, I can't get mad if women are in my comments sexualizing me, saying, oh my God, you're not listening to the video, you need to stop worrying about it. I can't get mad because I'm sexualizing myself. So these women are getting mad. This video is basically about this trend, like the hashtag young hoe, where like, you know, they just say that to anything, I'm just a girl or whatever. And then there's another trend where they're just bouncing their chest for the internet to see, and then get mad when men just sexualize them. I just don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody can help me figure it out, but I don't understand it. You understand? You got anything? So?
It is your girl Tima. Today's tea of the day is peppermint. And does the audience want to take a on the young hoe trend? I have seen a lot of people on one side say, it's not that serious. It's a joke. It's a key. It's funny. It's a reclamation of the word hoe, but applied in a way where it's more about, you know what, yeah, we're just figuring shit out as we go.
There's always going to be a man sat on his high horse talking down to women based on patriarchal ideals of what a good woman should be. The biggest issue here is actually you, because you're sexualizing these women. Men see breasts and they don't know what to do with it. Breasts, by the way, because that's what they're called. Even your inability to say the actual term being breasts demonstrates your only understanding of a woman's anatomy is a sexualized one. You're literally exposing yourself because the rhetoric you're trying to spin is that a woman is sexualizing herself on the internet and that devalues her, as opposed to you seeing young ladies having fun. When these women come on the internet to bounce their chest, it's not for you. It's not for you to sexualize, but that's the only way that you see it, because your mind is warped and you cannot fathom that a woman exists outside of being sexualized. Every single woman on the internet is not for you to gain sexual pleasure from. You see breasts and you think, oh, sex. This is just another part of a woman's body.
What happened to women calling themselves like queens, like goddesses? Like,
when we were calling ourselves queens and goddesses, you lot were laughing at us then too. And in trying to empower ourselves with those terminologies, some of you were even trying to snatch it from us and telling us, no, you're not. A woman is always going to be policed by a man no matter what she does.
And there's another.
What do you think about what that British person said?
The man?
No, that woman's British, ain't she? Got a British accent. The girl.
I don't know British rep their hair.
She probably Muslim. She gotta be Muslim. Yeah, she's probably British. Like she probably Muslim.
I don't know. But you go first. Let me feed off what you say.
Don't feed on what I said.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To respond to what she said, honestly, again, she's saying like, oh, men see breasts and they automatically sexualize it. No, that's not the case. Don't get me wrong. There are some men out there that do that are like creeps and weirdos, and you know they just see women for just sexual pleasures. But when you're doing a trend where you're on the internet, you're propping your camera up, you're finding the shortest shirt you could find, or you know the tightest shirt you can find, or the smallest shirt you can find, and you're bouncing your when you're bouncing your breast on the internet, what do you expect the comments to look like? What do you expect your DMs to look like? What do you expect men to look? What do you expect them to what opinion do you expect them to form in their head, right? If you were on the internet, you know what I'm saying, making cooking videos, or you was on the internet making like you recording yourself picking flowers, or you know, something feminine, you know what I'm saying? If you were doing that and then men are still in your comments talking about some, wow, look at her breasts. All right, yeah, he's a weirdo, he's a creep, right? Because it has nothing to do with the video, right? He can think that, but he don't got to comment that. He don't got to DM you that. But you're on the internet bouncing your private parts, and then you're getting mad that you're getting that type of attention. You're getting mad that when dudes DM you, they only want you for sexual pleasures. They don't want nothing else for you. They want a one night stand and kick to the curb and get back on Fortnite, get back on Call of Duty and 2K. That's and then this patriarchy thing, yeah, like some women always try to throw that old patriarchy thing. Like, bro, come on, bro. That has nothing to do with nobody's. You can do women empowerment without sexualizing yourself. And if you don't, she don't think she's sexualizing, not this woman, but the other girl don't think that she's sexualizing herself because, you know, girls are just having fun. They're just figuring it out. So let me bounce my breast on the internet. That's what I gotta say to that word.
I agree.
If we're going back to traditional values where the man is the leader of the household, right? The leader of society, and the woman still does things. And not saying that women are just freaking these, like, it's not saying that women are just like docile creatures where they just sit in a corner and just make a sound. No, but they have a different role. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have a different role. Yes, we can cook, we can clean, we can nurture and stuff, but it's not the same as a woman doing that. It's not the same, just like how women, yes, they can lead, they can, you know, well, I was like, what the world? They can lead, they can, you know, provide, they can't really protect because 90% of women, no woman is stronger than, why did it just switch twice like that? I don't like that. No woman is stronger than a man, like if it comes down to it. Like a woman's not beating a man if it was life or death situation. Unless you get the strongest woman on earth. You know what I'm saying? So, but A woman is not going to lead better than a man, a real masculine man. A woman's not going to provide and protect better than a real masculine man. So I just don't get this narrative that, like, you know, oh, you're sexualizing us. Well, you're bouncing your, if I get on the internet, if I got on the internet, if a white guy got on the internet doing blackface, they're going to call him racist. He can't get mad saying, well, why are you calling me a racist? Because you're doing blackface, bro. Because you're saying all we eat is fried chicken and watermelon. All right, let's get it.
Other side of it, where it's people who are like, yeah, no, you should not be calling yourself a hoe in any form or shape or fashion. It's degrading, especially the young hoe bounce.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't want me no young hoe. Y'all can keep that. I want me a respectable, classy young woman, a young lady. Y'all be talking about young hoe this, young hoe that, to excuse stupid and weird behavior. Nah, fam, we not going for that. I need me a nice woman who keep it cute, you feel me? Y'all keep the rest. Keep that over there.
Hoe, as in HOE, was designed and created to be.
There's a tool called the hoe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
it's
why I said
HO,
Monica.
isn't it? Yeah, there's different ways.
Yeah, it's different. It's different type. This is a hoe, HOE, like a gold digger, and they show that, and then but then I see one that's HO. But yeah, garden tool is the name of it's called a hoe. Wow.
Be a negative, degrading word towards women. But again, young hoe, HO, is used in a completely different context. Definitions have a tendency to evolve, especially on social media with trends. So I don't know if it's purposely
you got a dictionary? We should look up hoe in the dictionary. HOE.
All right, y'all. So we looked at the definition of hoe, but they only have the garden tool. So we're gonna look on the Urban Dictionary. Hold on. Let me close that. We're gonna look on the Urban Dictionary and see
Urban Outfitters. Yeah,
we're gonna look what the Urban Dictionary says.
You the birthday.
Bro, why is that the first one? Hopefully no crazy stuff pop up. All right. Garden tool. No, I want
slut, dirty, hoe bag. Hoed.
We need the one for like someone who. Okay, here we go. Here's let me move my camera, bro. Let me move my camera. Shout out Trinity for telling me to look this up. Even though she called me a nerd for having a dictionary. All right. The definition of hoe in the Urban Dictionary is someone who is often only after sex and money. They have no interest in any in actual deep relationship with their partner. They find someone else and move on. I hate hoes. Okay. But she's saying they're removing the E, so now it's fine. They're removing the E, so now it's fine. So now I could just be a young hoe. A word, Santa Claus. So she's Santa Claus. They say, oh, here's another one. Here's the HO. Here's the HO, guys. A girl who wants to be cracked by everyone and everything she sees, including a certain type of vegetables.
What? Scroll down.
What? A tramp, a slut, a whore, a hooker. Like, these are not good definitions, bro.
There was
another one.
Selling.
Oh yeah, this is basically anyone who dehumanizes themselves by selling their soul to others. Yeah, that's basically what you're doing, bro. You're selling. If you're a man or woman, you're selling your body for money. You're selling your soul. So all these definitions, unless you want to be called a garden tool, all these definitions are not good, bro. Like these are not good, whether you spin it or not. Like I said, I gave the analogy of the white guy doing blackface, bro. I'll do that later. So her saying, oh, we're spelling it different, so now we can bounce our breast on the internet and it's fine. And don't sexualize us though, because that would not be nice. Come on, bro.
disingenuous, or it's just really that people don't really put two and two together. But I don't really see how people are not understanding how trends work. We see this happen all the time where definitions take new forms and evolve. Why we can't apply that to this situation?
The whole time, bro, we was in the Urban Dictionary for 2 minutes. I didn't see one definition that said hoe meant, just a girl figuring it out. Maybe I'm missing it. I haven't seen one. 1/3 of Santa's sexual what? Keep bringing up Santa, bro.
Oh. I mean,
I knew you was gonna do that. I haven't seen one, bro.
I'm just a 20-something-year-old girl in my living room making videos with my cup of tea, but seems like it might have a little bit to do with some sexism.
So now we're sexist. Now we hate women because we don't want, our future wives and stuff. On the internet.
By the way, you guys,
breasts.
aren't the aesthetics aestheticing right now? I just realized my freaking language got a tank top or what it doesn't work. All of it just like, I think I am using the young hoe statement on is cooking on high, buying matching sets. I literally just saw one when I was researching for this video. It was freaking hilarious. You know what? Why don't we just do a little compilation of the young hoes that I think is so funny, okay?
some of them don't even make sense. Like, some of them don't make sense like this. You're parking your car. What does reparking have to do with anything?
Me reparking my car for the third time because I'm a young
Like,
hoe.
even if you're a hoe, what does reparking your car got to do with anything? I think, like, some people use it just because they know it's, like,
trendy.
trendy. They just use it, and they're not using it how, like, whoever made it used it. They just be putting
Just
it on something.
birds,
Like,
bro.
snoozing your alarm for the 5th time because you're a young hoe. What does being a hoe have to do with snoozing your alarm?
But it's HO, so it's different than the HOE.
Pulling off
Go ahead.
instead of letting my car warm up, and then now your thing will be messed up.
If you look at the context that the young hoe label is being used
I'm laughing at
in,
this,
it's
I'm
not
laughing
being
at
used
this
in a
shit. Like, it just like you said, like, what does that have to do with anything? Like I'm gonna keep using racist as the like, not the opposite, but just like an extreme term that people use to describe people, no matter if you're white, black, purple, green. You know what I'm saying? If there was people saying, starting up my car, parking my car for the 3rd time because I'm a young racist, I don't think people would not be like, oh, they changed the definition of racist. It means you're just figuring it out. So why are we treating this as something different? Like, you could use they could do the same thing. I'm parking my car for the 3rd time because I'm a young queen, like the dude said. Like, what's wrong with that? And I don't know. I don't think people will make fun of you. Like,
degrading
if anything, other girls will make fun of you because then they'll call you they'll call you a pick-me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're trying to get male
way in the same way that the word on its own, HOE, is typically used in. That alone should tell a genuinely honest person what the trend is about. And of course, that does obviously include the young hoe bounce, which is what the young gentleman at the beginning of the video was talking about. Now, me personally, I'm just gonna throw this in here. I'm not the type to call myself literally a hoe. I just don't. I'm a very classy young lady, okay? But I can still understand, oh, haha, like, funny, super relatable, like young hoes just figuring life out type of thing. It's literally just a label and a trend to describe the young 20-something-year-olds who run their own program, are probably single or even in a relationship. You could be a young hoe in a relationship too, okay? But young women just trying to figure out life, just
Why you
doing.
looking at me?
Again, if people were doing this but were racist, oh, I'm just a young racist just figuring it out because I'm living life on my own. People would not be like, oh, they're making a new definition for a word that's been used in a negative term. We just looked it up, bro. We just looked it up in the dictionary that hoe, H-O-H-O-E, however you want to spell it, it's not a good term, bro. You're not gonna call your mom. Well, maybe these new birds is doing it. But you're not gonna go up to your mom and be like, "What up, young ho?" Be like, "Wait, mom, wait," but it means you're just figuring it out at 45.
Have you ever seen a video some moms do it with the daughter, like in the same video?
No, doing the bounce. See, that's what. So when you get raised, when you get raised by, you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10, those are probably single moms. So they have to be the man and the father and the mother at the same time. No father figure in the household. This is what happens, bro. This is what happens.
You know, young adult stuff, okay? A lot of this trend is just making light of things that a lot of us young women have to go through when we're adulting for the first time ever. And if you're adulting for the first time ever, okay, I know your mama has not heard the end of it, or any of the mothers in your life, okay? So why not treat
Oh yeah,
them?
my bad. Almost got scammed by black people.
Parts of the Raycon.
Use the young
Wait a
mother.
minute.
Video. Without further ado, let's get straight back into it.
Yeah, is that Jay-Z in the background? Let's continue.
When girls use the young ho label to describe the most embarrassing and cringiest behaviors ever, unfortunately, cooking on high is really not that deep. I fear cooking on high heat is not that deep.
But
We've all been there before where we're just trying to throw something on the stove and go. And big shocker, big whoop, a lot of us 20-something-year-olds are living on our own for the first time. That's what we're talking about. And again, the whole moral superior, I'm just so together. Realistically, we all want to be together, but we're all figuring it out. We're all human beings at the end of the day, trying our best to make the most out of life. That's the reality of it. Even if you don't admit it, that is the reality of life. You don't have your shit completely figured out. You really don't. No one does. And that's what the trend is about. Oh my goodness, give us a break. And what I find most interesting about the young man at the beginning of this video is the way that he describes breasts as years. And a lot of the men who are talking about this will say, oh, titties. And, you know, again, a lot of the very, not vulgar. Well, kind of. Honestly, let's call a spade a spade.
Though, realistically, like you don't talk to a dude and be like, "Look at my breast," or like, "Come touch my breast," or something.
Like you're a 70-year-old grandma, bro. Like now, all of a sudden, now you can't say titties and breast is the proper way to say it. Okay, if that's the case, we could be technical about everything on human body parts, but we don't do that, right? But her saying, this is a crazy pause. Her saying that men are using vulgar language because we're saying titties or whatever that dude said. I'm not from London, so they got their own language, but titties and all this stuff, boobs. So that's vulgar. That's degrading. But you getting on the internet and bouncing them for the whole world to see. Somebody in Afghanistan can probably see your TikTok. Oh, they probably got TikTok banned in Afghanistan. But somebody in Australia can probably see.
Like out of all places you could name.
I try to go somewhere far, like Middle East. So
Cambodia.
Yeah, I should have said Cambodia. I don't know why I said Afghanistan. That's like a third world country. They don't got TikTok over there. But I don't. Like you're calling us, not me, I'm just saying us, like men in general, calling us, we're using vulgar language, but you bouncing your breasts on the internet is not vulgar? Come on, bro.
Vulgar, okay? They will use very vulgar descriptors to describe what these women are doing. The young ho bounce. I can't bounce, unfortunately. I'm a very small-chested girly pop.
This is the trend, by the way, but she just looks, but this is the trend. This is the trend when they say the young ho bounce, and there's girls with bigger breasts or whatever, and they'll wear a shirt just like this. It's flying out the freaking shirt, okay? And then they're bouncing it on the internet. And then they get mad when dudes in the comments are just having hard eyes, or they just be like, oh, I'm trying to crack, or this or that. Not saying that's okay, right? But there are lustful guys out there. There are lustful people out there. So what do you expect, bro? she's not a good example. But if I see a girl bouncing her breast, right? And that's my first impression of you. I'm not gonna think, wow, she's a really classy girl. She's a very modest girl. You know, she probably has good morals and, you know, she probably has a good head on her shoulders. You know, she probably has really good goals and things like that. She's probably really feminine. I'm not gonna think that. I'm going to think, let's go back to Urban Dictionary. I'm going to think that she is a girl who wants to get cracked by everything and everybody, bro.
But
It's just not a good example.
to those of y'all who can,
She ain't got no titties.
Nah, she was just doing weird
kudos
stuff.
to y'all. It's also really interesting because a lot of the men who will make these commentaries
We almost done.
use words like it's degrading and you don't respect yourself and like all of these harsh labels on a trend that's pretty lighthearted if you look again at the context that the young ho hashtag is being used in. None of the videos that I've seen personally elicit such a strong response. For the whole bouncing the breast thing, it's a part of dance, okay? Beyonce be up on that stage.
We're not gonna have a repeat of yesterday.
Maybe Beyonce's not the greatest example, guys. You know, role models. Just do your research. That's all I'm saying. Do your research. I ain't saying nothing else. Rockefeller,
Bouncing, okay? It's a dance. Women have breasts.
Don't cover me. Don't send me no emails.
Oh my gosh. What? Women have breasts and it's like a part of our anatomy? Oh my goodness, who would have knew? Breasts aren't inherently sexual. They weren't supposed to be sexual in the first place. That's a whole other conversation I could talk about. The way that women's anatomy in general is dealt with is very telling.
So why don't y'all bounce your elbows on the internet, huh? That's not inherently sexual. Why don't you guys bounce your kneecaps on the internet? Why don't you guys bounce your nose on the internet? Why don't you do this? Bounce your eyebrows on the internet. No, because she's saying breasts aren't inherently sexual. So why don't they bounce other body parts? They don't. They either bounce their breasts or they bounce their butt because it gets them attention, okay? It gets them likes and it gets them views for the lustful simp dudes and the girls that just think, you know, sexualizing themselves is okay because they didn't have a father figure in their life. They didn't have a grandfather in their life. They didn't have a father. They didn't have an uncle. They didn't have anybody. It was raised by their mom and their aunties, okay? It wasn't taught how to treat a man. They wasn't taught how to respect themselves first and foremost. Okay, so when they turn 18, when they're already 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, they already have that indoctrinating mindset in them. So now when they get their first boyfriend or they trying to look for a husband and there's a dude that has morals and they be like, hey, you shouldn't dress half naked on the internet, you know, if you want to be a wife or you want to be my wife. Now he's insecure and now he can't tell a woman what to do with their body. Just doesn't make
Breasts were never supposed to be sexualized. Men have breasts as well. Women just have more fat tissue because, surprise, surprise, we bear life.
Men chest are sexual. Like if a dude posts a video from on a gym and he has his chest out, there's gonna be girls in the comments saying, "Wow, look at his chest." They're gonna be lusting after him. That's a terrible take.
And those breasts support
different.
life when they come to fruition. It's definitely not the same as bouncing your thing.
This is terrible too, bro. This trend right here, this twerking trend, like you're bouncing your dick. Like the whole YN trend. Don't just think I'm just trying to come for women, bro. Like the whole YN trend. Why are we referring to mainly young melanated dudes as YNs? Why not YGs? Young guys. Why not YKs? Young kings. Why not that? You know what I'm saying? It's not just just women are it's like dudes do that too. Dudes that sag their pants and show they boxers. They got grannies around and little kids. You're a clown, bro. So I can do the same thing for men. This isn't just a hate women. Like I said, don't send no hate to this girl. But I'm just saying, like, yo, fellas, bro, and girls out there looking for friends, yo, you gotta pay attention, bro. If you hear some bird talk like this, bro, stay far away. Just leave them alone, bro. And we done with this video. We done with this reaction, bro. We done, bro. Trinity got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. I gotta edit this. But I just saw that video and I wanted to speak on it, you know what I'm saying, give my views on it. You know, I wanted to bring, you know, women on deck. You know what I'm saying?
Respect your body. Respect your body.
She's a good person to listen to. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, you know, that I'm not saying I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm the greatest role model. I'm not saying I'm, an activist or anything like that. I'm not saying I'm a saint, right? But what I'm saying is, if you're doing a trend, sexualizing yourself, you cannot get mad. You can't. You just can't do it. Why do you think there's no trends where girls be like, I'm a young queen or young princess? Why do you think that's not a thing?
It might not go viral, make me no money. I don't know.
So it comes down to just
How about I test it out?
What, you gonna do hashtag young queen?
Yeah, both of them on TikTok and see what happens.
You gonna get 2 likes and one of them's gonna be me.
All right, I'm talking like I got emotion on my TikTok.
No, you got emotion. What you said that stuff gets views.
It does, and even if you might get likes and stuff like that, but it might not trend as big as what this is.
Right, it's not gonna start a whole chain reaction where girls start being like, I'm a young queen. I'm third parking because I'm a young queen. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, why choose the worst word you could? You might as well say I'm a young slut, bro. All right, bro. Let me stop. Yeah, man. That's it for the video. Y'all let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you guys want Trinity more on the channel for some more reactions, let me know. Yeah. We have to stop indoctrinating people. We have to stop letting social media indoctrinate us, because there's people at the top that literally there's probably a person at the top that fabricated this whole young ho trend, so now young ladies think that they're young hoes. And there's probably the same thing with the YN trend, and the same thing with all these different trends that destroy the youth, because that's what they target. Whether you from ages 10, no, they going down to 5 years old all the way up to 22 years old, 23, 24, 25. And that 20-year gap, they are targeting us because we are the next generation to lead the world, right? So they want us to be feminine. They want men to be feminine, women to be, super hard macho men, normalizing little kids going by Zers and Zers, and women bouncing their private parts on the internet for money, having OnlyFans links. 18-year-old, freshly 18 years old, and you have an OnlyFans link. Didn't even give life a chance. You didn't even give McDonald's a chance. You didn't even give the Quarter Pounder a chance, bro. But yeah, man. Trinity gonna do my intro, do my outro, bro. I'm done.
I'm out.
No, what? You gotta do the whole word. You gotta be like,
What?
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, hit that like button. Stay
Hope
disciplined.
you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and stay disciplined. If you don't, you will be.
Stay disciplined or you will be
Stay disciplined or you will be
Until next time.
Disciplined until next time.
we-
Open the mind once again.
Now do it.
I'm out.
Nigga know he ain't got no paper. Like, why even go to the mall? Yeah, nigga be stacking his paper. Now all of a sudden I'm tall. I get racks every motherfucker season, my nigga. That's why I drip in the fall.